Hello. I presume you didn't see the closed sign on the door. You should be careful barging in like that. Dark magic can backfire quite nastily if the mage loses control. Lucky for you, I'm not just any old mage. And speaking of which, that's quite the nasty hex you've suffered from. Fine craftsmanship, really. I don't want to think who you must have angered to get it. Regardless, that's not something that can wait. Come and sit by the fire while I clear this up. That wasn't a request, my dear. It was an order, lest you grow warts all over your body, collapse outside my door, and the entire village assumes it was my doing again. Honestly, I opened this little magic shop in the middle of nowhere, expecting some peace and quiet to develop my hexes, but it seems tales of my power may have spread further than I'd thought after my time in Crom's army. Now I have strangers turn up at my door constantly, demanding this hex and that cure, but I can't exactly turn them away when they've already forced their sob story onto my unwilling ears, and they've usually traveled halfway across Plagia. I'm a lot of things, but a heartless monster is not one of them, unfortunately. Oh, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not a charitable woman. Once you're well again, you'll be paying quite dearly for my assistance. Magic does come at a cost, and dead men cannot pay their debts, so I assure you that you'll be feeling right as rain by morning. But if you lack sufficient coin, not to worry. I'll have you run errands for me until I deem the favor repaid, collecting ingredients and such. Oh yes, it's not all waggling your fingers and saying silly words, you know. Whoever the caster of your affliction was has made quite the effort. Tell me, do you know what you did to inspire such a vicious spell? A common thief, then. I'm sure I don't need to tell you that if I find anything missing from my supplies after your visit, your current condition will feel like a mild case of the sniffles in comparison to my hexes. Now, firstly, I'll need to examine you. Come now, don't look at me like that. Just think of me as one of those traveling healers. To create something which may help you, I first need to know exactly what I'm dealing with. If you understand, then open wide. I need to look at your tongue. Ah, yes. A woman's intuition is rarely incorrect. I doubt you've had occasion to look in the mirror as of late, but your tongue is a very sickly gray. It's quite horrifying, actually, but it indicates that the venom of a black snake was the key ingredient of this particular spell. Unpleasant, to be sure, but easily fixed if you know how. Where did I put that tome? Let's see. Not this one. Ah, this is the one. All right. Memory erasure, hallucinations, making food taste like dirt. Turning someone's toes into tadpoles. Interesting. Oh, here it is. Slow death poison hex. Sounds like it could be what you suffer from. The antidote is rather simple. For someone like me, of course. Let me move my current project from the stove. Just so you know, if that spoils because it's taken off the fire, I'll be requiring additional compensation. What is it? Just a love potion for a certain someone I've had my eye on for a while. Let's see now. Wonder if I have any of that mongoose blood left. I'm afraid some potion ingredients are unappetizing, to say the least, but a better alternative than letting you wither away, I'm sure you'll agree. This animal has a natural resistance to poison, you see, so it's quite valuable to fend off anything involving toxic substances. You'll also be pleased to know that it clears up the skin quite nicely, so be careful what those shops in the capital are selling you. I know many a Pelagian dark mage, hired by nobles simply to maintain their beauty. A waste of talent, if you ask me, and an embarrassment to our long and noble profession. A rich girl named Maribel once came to me to ask for an ointment to keep her little blonde curls tidy. I made something which gave her the worst bedhead you've ever seen for a whole week. She learned her lesson not to ask me for frivolous things after that. Dark magic is the art of life and death, not mere vanity. Now, the bark of an ash tree. This will ensure you're protected from future curses of this nature, similar to when your body fights off a particular virus or cold. Let's hope the witch you stole from assumes you're dead and doesn't attempt another curse of a different kind. Of course, if that happens to be the case, you're free to return any time, although preferably not in the middle of the night again. Some feathers from a coal black rooster. If you think it's a pain to find such specific ingredients, you'd be right. Although, it's best not to deviate from the tome's instructions. As I've said, magic is quite volatile, and the slightest mistake can cause some interesting results. Not that you have anything to worry about. You're here as a customer, not a test subject, for now. And I've been doing this work for a long time. Let's see. Lastly, just a touch of cinnamon. Oh no, darling. It's still going to taste vile. This is just for the cleansing properties it holds. We'll let that bubble away for a while, and then it will be ready for you to drink. So tell me, how did you hear about the grand and mysterious Tharja? Through Olivia, you say? I wonder how that silly girl is doing. I must admit, I miss her sometimes. She was such a sweet thing. Still dancing, I assume. I'm surprised she'd recommend me, of all people. Perhaps I'll send her a raven sometime. All right. I haven't got all day, or all night, as the case may be. Drink this whole cup while it's hot. Go on now. I don't have any patience for fools with weak minds and weak stomachs. That's it. Keep going. There we are. Well done. I trust you can feel its effects already. No. No need to thank me. I only require payment. What ails you will be gone by morning. In the meantime, you may rest in the corner and be very quiet so as not to disturb me. Of course, if you'd like, I would be willing to accept payment in the form of servitude. Specifically, I need to test this love potion on someone, and the village folk tire of being my unwilling subjects. If it fails, I'm sure I'll be able to restore you to normal. And if it works, well, I suppose you'll be in love with me for a while, but that's not so bad, is it?